Here's Linda sharing God's heart.
Hello everyone. Psalm 27 verses 5 and 6 read, "For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret place of his tabernacle he shall hide me. He shall set me high upon a rock. And now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies all around me. Therefore I will offer sacrifices of joy in his tabernacle. I will sing, yes, I will sing praises to the Lord." So, 2 Chronicles chapter 20 records a battle that King Jehoshaphat of Judah faced against a very large army. In the previous chapter, we see that this king prepared his heart to seek God. Facing the battle, Jehoshaphat prayed, "Lord, please help us. The Moabites and Ammonites have joined with other armies. These that have come against us, are they not the ones that you told us not to destroy? And here they are rewarding us by coming to throw us out of your possession, which you have given us to inherit." His prayer continued in verse 12. "O our God, will you not judge them? For we have no power against this multitude that is coming against us, nor do we know what to do, but our eyes are upon you." A Levite then said, "Do not be afraid or dismayed because of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but God's." In verse 16, he instructs the people, "Tomorrow go down against them. They will surely come up by the ascent of Ziz." Verse 17, "You will not need to fight in this battle. Position yourselves and stand still and see the salvation of the Lord who is with you, O Judah and Jerusalem. Do not fear or be dismayed. Tomorrow go down against them, for the Lord is with you." At this point, it's quite clear that this is God's battle and not theirs. The people of Judah bowed down and worshipped the Lord because they understood that all they had to do was to present themselves as they took their stand, committing themselves to this battle. They rose early in the morning, and King Jehoshaphat appointed singers who would praise the beauty of the Lord's holiness. They sang, "Praise the Lord, for his mercy endures forever." This is absolutely true. I can certainly testify with many people across the globe that the Lord's mercy still endures almost 3,000 years later. When they began to sing and praise, in verse 22, the Lord set ambushes against all those who had come against Judah in this battle. Their praise was the catalyst for the Lord to defeat their common enemies, as the armies all helped to destroy one another. And then we read in verse 24 that when Judah came to a place overlooking the wilderness, they saw the multitudes that had died and had fallen to the ground. The following 4-word sentence summarizes the outcome so accurately. No one had escaped. On top of that, there was so much loot that it took 3 days to collect it all. In verses 5 and 6 of Psalm 27, we see that David knew that in the time of trouble, the Lord would hide him and his people high upon a rock. And this is how it came about that their heads were lifted up above their enemies all around them, and because of this, they would sing praises to the Lord. When King David established Jerusalem as his capital, he had no idea that the Lord would hide the people of Jerusalem and Judah high upon the rocks and mountains of Jerusalem 100 years later, because of this threat of annihilation by such a vast army. The words of Psalm 27 were just as true for David as they were for Jehoshaphat. The Lord hid the people of Judah under his wings, and their heads were lifted high above their enemies. This account of the Lord intervening and fighting on our behalf is an invitation to call on the name of the Lord, as he said in Romans chapter 10 verse 13, "For whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved." Paul quotes this verse from Joel chapter 2 verse 32. God's heart for you and me is, just as David and Jehoshaphat and the people of Israel called on my name and appealed to me in their time of trouble to save them, so I appeal to you to call on my name to save you in your time of trouble. Remember that my eyes run to and fro across the whole earth to look for those whose hearts are loyal to me. Call on me in your time of trouble. As I saved my people who lived millennia before you from mighty armies, so I am willing and able to save you from any situation you face right now. Yes, my dear child, call on me. I have promised that I will never leave or forsake you, no matter what you are facing. Also, remember Psalm 91 verse 15. He shall call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver and honor him. My beloved Son also called on me in the Garden of Gethsemane, and I honored him and delivered him. I will do the same for you as you call on me.